Okay, listen, I'm trying to stay consistent, but it's so hard because I have so much thing to do. But anyway, today's topic is about I hate myself when dot. Not gonna lie, this video is just kind of like giving you or telling you my red flag. Okay, let me tell you about my red flags right now. Okay, the first one, I hate myself when I don't feel like myself. You know what I mean? For example, I'm not me. I'm not myself when I'm around someone that I should be nice with. You know what I mean? So, for example, you just meet someone who is kind of like related to your future. So you have to be nice with them. So you have to be fake your personality in front of them because you have to look nice in front of them. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm not nice, but I'm just saying you have to be super nice when you're around them. So I don't know. Is that make sense? Okay, let me put it on the top tier, okay? It's like in the middle. Okay, anyway. And the next one is I hate myself when I'm sleepy, but I force myself to stay awake. Yep. If it's just me, if it's just like me alone and I have to stay awake, it's fine. I don't care. I enjoy it. But sometimes I have to stay awake for my work and sometimes I have to stay awake for someone around me. For example, they sleep in like 4 hours, but I already so tired and I'm so sleepy, but I force myself to stay awake because they asked me to. I have no choice. So I have to force myself to stay awake. And it's so fucking annoying to me because I just don't feel like myself anymore when I'm sleepy. Like, it just makes me feel like, oh my God, I don't care about everybody else. I just want to sleep. Please give me some rest. Give me some sleep. And I feel like that's kind of like one of my red flag when I'm so sleepy. And if you stop me from sleeping, I'm gonna be different to you on that night, not like every day, on that night. But I always regret what I said or I'm not saying anything rude. To be fair, if I'm so sleepy, I usually silent. I don't talk that often, and people around me will be thinking that is weird because I usually yap a lot. And if I go silence, they will thought that I'm like in a bad mood or something. That's what they thought. But no, I just want to sleep. Okay. That's kind of my red flag, I could say. And then the next one is I hate myself when I get that random bad mood without any reason. I just hate it. Like, why do I got that random bad mood in the middle of nowhere? I'm just saying, okay. This happens to me pretty often when I was younger. Not now. Now it's like, maybe like a couple of times in a month. But when I was younger, oh my God, when I was like maybe like 14 to like, okay, let's say teenager. When I was teenage, oh my God, my mood was so, I had a very mood swings. Like it's crazy. Maybe it's because I was teenage, so that's kind of makes sense. But now I feel like maybe like it happens like twice a month. I just hate it. Like, why do I get that random bad mood? Because when I'm like bad mood or something, someone will just like ask, "Oh, why are you bad mood? Like, what's the reason?" And I will just answer like, "I don't know. I don't know the reason." And they will just saying like, "There's no way that you bad mood, but you have no reason." They were saying like, "There's no way, there's no reason, and you just bad mood out of nowhere." And I was like, yeah, I have no reason. Like, I don't know why I'm like so angry. I don't know why I'm so like moody. Okay, that's why. I feel like it's based off like I'm a woman and that just happens every cycle of menstruation. Anyway, I'm trying to like change myself whenever I'm like bad mood. I'm trying to like not, I'm just trying to not showing people that I'm in a bad mood. Anyway, the next one is this one. I really hate this one. I hate myself when I make the same mistakes again. Why am I doing the same mistakes again? Like all over again. I just hate it so much. You have no idea. For example, I just made mistakes, okay? And then I promised myself that I will not do that again. I will not do that again because I'm learning from my mistakes, okay? For example, a month later, I did the same mistakes again. And after that, I will be so pissed on myself. I will be so angry of myself. I'm just so angry of myself. Like, why am I doing the same mistakes again? Like, I promised myself to not doing the same mistakes again. Why am I did it again, all over again? I just hate it so much. You have no idea. Because I'm the type of person who's trying to be a better version of myself. I'm trying to change myself to be a better person. But why am I doing the same mistakes again? I just hate it so much. And I get to the point where I cry because I did the same mistake again. For example, I made a mistake, okay? And then someone yelled at me because I'm like, I'm in a wrong situation and I'm the one who made mistakes. So they yelled at me and angry, kind of like, what the fuck? Like, blah, 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 blah. And I cried. Let me tell you this. I don't cry because I got yelled. Like, I don't care if I got yelled. I kind of get used to it. So I don't care if I get yelled. I don't cry because I get yelled. I cried because I promised myself I'm gonna be different, but I did the same mistakes again. So I cried. I cried because I disappointed of myself. Like, why am I doing the same mistakes again? So yeah, it's kind of like, why the fuck am I like this? Like, I'm mad. I'm angry with myself. So I hate myself when I did the same mistakes again. I am trying to learn every single day of my life. I'm trying to be a better version of myself. So this is my journey. I'm not the best. I swear I'm not the best. Anyway, the next one is I hate myself when I am being forgetful. I am the type of person that is forgetful. Not because I don't care, but it's because I'm forgetful about everything. Not all the time, but quite often. And I hate it. I hate that about me. Like, why my brain like this? For example, this happen pretty often. I'm doing something. For example, I'm editing something, or for example, I'm washing dishes, and someone just randomly someone just randomly come to me, and they were just saying like, "Oh, hey, can you do that for me later? Or can you move that thing to the freezer later after you doing your dishes or after you editing your video?" And I was just like, okay. But damn, let me tell you, I am just too focused on the things that I'm doing right now. Then I forgot about the things that the person told me literally 5 minutes ago. I am just too forgetful and I hate that about me. It just makes me look like I don't care about what they told me. I hate that, especially for numbers. I'm really forgetful about numbers because I have that kind of like disease. I never check on doctor, but we have a Google and I Google everything about me. Okay, because I want to know more about me. So they said I have synesthesia. So apparently there's 5 types of synesthesia. I am the one who is can't remember numbers, which is fucked. Yes, it is. For example, you tell me a number, 3594, and then you ask me that number again in like 10 seconds. I will be like, 35, like that. I can't remember. And also this example, this happens to me very, very often, and I hate that about me. Someone asks, "Oh, what time is it?" And I check the time. Like what I see is 12:35, but when I tell them it's 1:35, like why am I like that? Why? I don't get it. Like why am I like that? And when they were like, "Oh, are you sure?" And then I check again. "Oh yeah, it's 1:35." And then they were like, "Check it again." And I check it again, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, it's 12:35." Like what I said to them, it's different. So there's one person that really close to me, and she noticed that I always skip one number. Like I always add one number. For example, it's 2 p.m. and I said, "Oh, it's 3 p.m." I don't know, based on what I heard, she was saying, "You always add one number." And I was like, "Wait, that's kind of right. Like why am I that? Why am I doing that?" And yeah, I just hate that about me. Like I just hope like, oh my god, if I can change my brain, I will change my brain like right now. Like why am I like this? Anyway, the next one is it's similar as the topic that I was talking about earlier. So I hate myself when I disappointed when someone don't trust me. I'm the type of person who will fall in love with you if you trust me. You know what I mean? Growing up, I don't get that a lot of trust, which is kind of makes sense because I'm forgetful. So whenever someone give me trust, I will be like so happy. I will be like tearing up. Just saying, I will start tearing up because of your trust. So me growing up, I kind of like clumsy, or you call it clumsy. When I was younger, when I'm trying to wash dishes, I always like mess things up. I always mess things up. My hand slip, and my hand slips pretty often. And boom, it's just fall from my hand to the sink. So it's a bit loud, it's like boom. And I'll be like, oh my god, sorry, sorry, sorry. Because me growing up, if I make that kind of noise, I will get yelled. And I'm very, very scared if I mess things up. I will be so scared. Every time I wash dishes, I will hold the plate or I will hold the dishes really tightly. And because it's too tight, sometimes I'll slip and make noise again and again until they don't trust me. Not because of the dishes only, because of, for example, someone asks you to cook chicken, but I cook beef. And they will be like, but I told you to cook chicken. And I was like, oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. And they will yell at me and they will just saying like, you're so forgetful, whatever, which is right. And yeah, it just happens really often. I always say like, oh my god, please give me more chance because I want to change from this to that. It's not easy. And I was saying like, give me more time. And I'm sure that I'll change in the future. And it might take a long time. It might take years and years and years. But the point is, I'm trying to change myself. It's not because I don't want to change myself. It's just because of this is my journey. And you are following my journey. So please be patient for me. Don't like when someone don't trust me anymore. I know I made mistakes. I know it's my fault. I made like a lot mistakes, but please give me more time to change myself. It's not easy, I swear it's not, but I'm trying to change myself, and it might take years and years, but please be patient and just wait for the result. I'm sorry. Anyway, so the next one is I hate myself whenever my brain feels like freezing. I mean, brain rot. It just feels like, I don't know, it just feels so numb. It just makes me feel like a dumbass. Like I don't want to do anything. I'm so lazy and I'm tired all the time. Whenever I have that kind of brain rot. And let me tell you, why is that happen? Why is that happened? Because I scroll too much. For example, I scroll TikTok or scrolled Instagram Reels. That what makes my brain rot. Or you played like Roblox game too much and that's kind of like making your brain rot. I hate that. I hate that feeling. Like I hate myself. Like why am I let myself scroll dooming for hours? But you know what? Whenever I do workout or do something creative, my brain will feels like so fresh and so great. I love the feeling after workout. My brain feels so fresh, if that makes sense. Thanks for listening. If you do, see you in the next episode. So, bye.